Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the podcast who's going to delve into past years' schedules on HBO. So if you've ever wondered, if you ever thought the idea of linear TV could put you to sleep, oh boy, are you in for it. We're going down an HBO hole to see what we find. It'll be very lulling and soothing and sleepy. If you're new, welcome to Sleep With Me. Home box office is what HBO used to stand for. HBO. Now it's I don't know. I'm confused. I think it's still HBO and the app is Max. But I don't know. It'll be sleepy. Don't worry about it. But if you're new, welcome to Sleep With Me. If you're new, you might be confused, you know. I mean, I'm confused because I still have both apps on the thing I use to watch TV. And then I, lost my original remote, so I can't figure out how to delete the one app. And anyway, not important. Welcome to Sleep With Me. It's a podcast to keep you company and take your mind off of stuff so you could fall asleep. I don't actually push you to sleep. I'm here to be a friend in the deep, dark night, a distraction, a kind voice, full of pointless meanders and superfluous tangents. This show, if you're new, it does take some getting used to, so give it a few tries, see how it goes. That's just what most listeners say, so just see how it goes. I'm glad you're here. I work really hard. I earn an extra drive. I really am glad you're here. I think I already said that. I appreciate you coming by. And here's a couple of ways. What we got coming up. Support. So show podcast comes out free twice a week. Then long meandering intro. And help ease you into bedtime. And then our bedtime story, it'll be about some HBO summer guides. And oh boy, will it be barely interesting. And I'm excited. I'm excited to build a playlist based on what I found. So yeah, I'm glad you're here. I work really hard. I earn a nice drive. Give the show a few tries if you're new. See how it goes. And, this is a podcast that's your friend in the deep, dark night. Thanks again for coming by. And these sponsors are how we're able to do it for you free twice a week. Hey, have you been listening to Sleep With Me longer than a year? Do you like getting gifts? Yeah. Have you ever thought about giving yourself the gift of Sleep With Me Plus? Sleep With Me Plus is definitely the best way to listen to the show. There's ad-free full episodes, ad-free story-only episodes. Tons of bonus stuff. It goes way, way back in the archives. Thousands and thousands and thousands of hours. Sleep With Me Plus was built with people that listen to Sleep With Me on a regular basis in mind. It is a gift because the people that support the show and listen regularly, they stay supporting it. I hear from them. Hey, this is my favorite thing to listen to on Sleep With Me Plus. Hey, this is my favorite thing to listen to on Sleep With Me Plus. So you've been listening longer than a year. Give yourself the gift of Sleep With Me Plus. Try it out for 7 days for free. And you could do that at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Not only will you be giving yourself a gift, hey, you'll get a gift from me. I'll send you a personal video saying thanks, a personal video from Scoots, because you will have the gift of my endless gratitude for being able to keep making this show. Because that's the biggest gift in my life, the support I get from listeners to keep doing this. And then I get to give the gift of good sleep, comfort, sleepy joy, and delight out into the world. Thanks. You could do that at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody. This is Scoots here. This is a style of show. A lot of times these are bonus show, a style of bonus show we do, or similar to a style bonus show we do. But I was like, we could do this as a summer public release episode. And I really found a treasure trove of these. I worked really hard. I was doing research for something else for the podcast, and I found something. And so what I'm going to do is tell you to refer you to an episode, which I think we've run twice. I think we ran it as a repeat called My Life with HBO. And it's not the current HBO, which is now known as Max, I think, or that's the app you can watch HBO on. And, HBO in its current iteration is more associated with shows. And actually, it's funny that it's associated with shows because a lot of my associations are with some shows too. But really wouldn't have Sleep With Me without the times where HBO was running free samplers of HBO, or the cable company my parents subscribed to. There was just a couple of years where we had HBO. We didn't have it all the time. And so we're going to go through some summer HBO channel guides. So HBO used to send out, I think even recently, to subscribers before they had, before this is pre-streaming era, probably right on the crossover, they would send you a monthly or quarterly magazine with, hey, what's going on HBO? It was tactile. It had the movie times and stuff before, it's before people were really using a lot of apps. And it's also interesting just because these companies, in a non-judgmental way, are always trying to figure out kind of how to influence what you're watching. A lot of times to make sure you're watching what you want to watch, or you're going to be most likely to watch on their platform, right? And this magazine was a way of doing that. And so, and I don't know. And I would go scroll through this and look at this. So I have a bunch of them from summer issues from different years. So what we'll just do is go through some of them. Let's see, we got 84, 85, 97, 97. No, that's not 97. 76. 79, maybe? So some of these are predating me. Oh, wait. Okay, well, so I don't quite know which ones, but we'll start with, let's start with this one. Okay. So this is the HBO guide, June 1990. And this was on HBO's, song, They're Simply the Best. They were better than all the rest. Better than anyone you ever saw. HBO was simply the best. And, that was a Tina Turner song. I was thinking it was HBO. I was like, but I think they may have paid Tina Turner. So this was 1990, June. On the cover is again, interesting how circular things are. As much as people try to reprogram, because obviously I work in creating stuff, so I follow a lot of news. I overread it, And two of the big things that the streaming platforms are trying to figure out or investing a lot of money in are comedy specials and live sports. And who has two of those out of the four things on the cover of the June 1990 HBO guide? HBO does. So the biggest thing on the cover is Dustbusters 2, the movie, where I Ain't Afraid of No Dust, and it has a number 2. And then the rest of the page has three things. Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, HBO Comedy Hour with George Carlin, and then a Dance Off with Mike Tyson. Dance Off, Mike Tyson Returns. And then it has a list of the movies, the original programs that to talk about in the thing, limited plays, sports, family, daytime, and limited plays. I don't know if we'll come back to that. And then the next page is a full page ad for Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy. A renegade Vulcan mystic borrows the Enterprise without permission to go into a finite universe on a quest for a higher power. In this fifth Star Trek movie, Kirk, Spock, and McCoy go with Cybok, who forces them to go where no person has gone before. Now, that was an exclusive HBO premiere June 3rd. Then the next, so then the next page, Jennifer Capriati, The Making of a Champion, HBO sports special. And that aired June 15th, 17th, 20th, 28th, and 30th. This was when Arthur Ashe predicted a brilliant future for the teenage tennis sensation. First pro tournament is hosted by Billie Jean King, behind the scenes. Then a Walter Cronkite special about taking good care of yourself. And then a movie that its remake is out. And because I'm watching a show on that service, I see that all the time. This is Patrick Swayze, exclusive premiere June 2nd, Roadhouse. And this talks about action, bouncer, cleaning up a honky-tonk in a Missouri town, PhD in philosophy. Patrick Swayze just sets out to tame the double deuce for its owner. But somebody else from the wrong side of town. So that's that one. We also have other movies out. A movie about pumpkins, C to the H to the U to the D2, Bud. Diana Ross World Tour. What do we got? An endearing comedy. Billy Crystal comedy special. Saturday the 14th. I think that's a comedy. Ray Walston. Oh, then another show, a full page, all new episodes. Tales from a place from like a tent. Tales from the tent bedroom. Every Tuesday night, different episode. Don't touch that dial. Looks like they got 1, 2, 3 new episodes, 4 new episodes. Harry Anderson stars as a comic book artist. We got, so those were on Tuesday nights. Carol Kane was in another one. So this is kind of like that show, The Mirror, at nighttime. You know that show, Charlie Makes It? My daughter and I watched it a lot. The Charlie Booker show about mirrors. Okay, then the next page has an ad for an HBO original movie for June. Jeff Goldblum and Kristen Scott Thomas. Kristen Scott Thomas is awesome. If you watch Slow Horses, that's cool. They were in a movie together. Picture perfect romance, offbeat comedy, stylish caper, hip. Jeff Goldblum, American artist living in Paris, and Kristen Scott Thomas brings him in to be up to stuff he shouldn't be up to. So that was out June 24th, 27th, and 30th. Then they had the Monday main event, a new blockbuster movie every Monday night. June 4th, Big. June 11th, Major League. June 18th, Cocoon The Return. And June 25th, Dundee 2. Okay, then it has the daytime guide, or is this all? Oh, this is everything. So June 1st, the opera. Wizard of Oz Adventures. This is in the morning. Adventures of Tom Sawyer. 8 a.m. Young Love, First Love. Dustbusters 2. I guess I'll read through the place because we don't want to go through every single thing. Double feature Fridays. HBO Fan Club Dan Aykroyd. Dustbusters 2 and the Great Outdoors. Nightlight Theater. Saturday, 14th. Oh, that must be 2. And C to the H to U to the D2. Then they had Out of Time, Out of Place, June 15th. Star Trek 5 and Starman. Comic Capers. How I Got into College in Plain Clothes, and then Pink Cadillac and Roadhouse. Then a dance-off doubleheader with, it was a live June 16th from Caesar's Palace. Dance-off doubleheader, Mike Tyson and Tillman, and Foreman and Rodriguez. Then they have an ad for Twins, starring Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Arnold Schwarzenegger separated at birth. Wimbledon 1990, 11 Days of the World's Greatest Tennis. And that was, it's Steffi Graf and Boris Beck are the ones on the cover there. Oh, wow. So we definitely had HBO, whatever this was, 1990. Children's Checkerboard. See a different episode of a different family series every weekday morning. Encyclopedia Brown, Boy Detective. The Case of the Beauty Queen. Is E.B. really in love? When he meets Darlene, the winner of the Idaville Beauty Contest, she calls him to figure out something going on at the library. But who did it? 30 minutes long, June 5th, 11th, 20th, 23rd, 25th. Then it has a bunch of movies. Starman with Jeff Bridges, Remember West, Superman 2, My Mom's Barking, History of Tennis, Parenthood, Starting Over, The Pole Heist 3. There was 3 of these movies. Stand and Deliver, Edward James Olmos, Murphy's Romance. Never saw that movie, but I remember seeing ads for it. Stand By Me, Plain Clothes, Arliss Howard. Never heard of it. How I Got into College, starring Anthony Edwards. Wacky 101, Corey Parker. Struggles to get to a top-notch college. Imagine by John Lennon. Oh, then Gung Ho with Michael Keaton. I remember that movie. I definitely saw a lot of this stuff. The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad by Ray Harryhausen. I remember that. That was in 1958. Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. Probably saw that movie 55 times. June 2nd, 5th. Yeah, it was off of school probably. 13th, 15th, 18th, 24th, and 29th. Saw all of those. First You Love, Young Love. I don't remember that one. The Chipmunk Adventure. Probably saw that one. It's G, hour and 17 minutes. During the day on HBO, they had Cat on the Hot Tin Roof, Jeff Bridges in the City, something with that, Goodbye Columbus, and Ally McGraw, 1969 movie, a Charles Bronson, Robert Duvall movie, a Tom Selleck lead movie, Burt Lancaster Western, and the Muppets Take Manhattan. Do we hear wedding bells? Okay, next page. HBO Late Night. That's when a lot of those were movies, autumnal-themed movies. Yeah, I think all of them. There's a Beau Bridges movie, though. Rob Lowe, Skipper for Hire. Brian De Palma movie with Kirk Douglas. The Rose with Bette Midler. What else we got here? A lot of these are Dennis Quaid and Jessica Lange. A Sylvester Stallone movie that I saw. I definitely saw that on there, even though it was R. It was June 9th, 15th. It was a Stallone action movie. What else we got? Kevin Pollak, like comedy special. The Western full of the youthful Western. That movie I saw a lot with Emilio Estevez is back, but that was the first one. Freddie, the movie with Freddie, your friend Freddie. And then coming in July, something else. So that was that one. now we just jumped to 1989, August. And it's funny. So, like, on this one, the cover, we have 3 movies, one of which is, I think, an HBO original, and then another dance-off with Nunn and Barkley. But one of the main movie on the cover is now considered a holiday movie by a lot of us. And I've watched it the last few holidays. It's with Bruce Willis. It's like, it's hard to find batteries. It's like a movie where he works in like he goes to a tower trying to find batteries. And then a movie I've thought about doing the teletape with De Niro and Charles Grodin, Midnight Run. And then a movie called Tailspin. It looks like Robert Duvall, maybe. It's not about Tailspin. Okay, and then they have everything listed for this month on HBO, including Midnight Run with Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin. The best movies are on HBO. So that was before they were simply the best. And one's looking for people, the other's an accountant. In one of the most entertaining road pictures ever, De Niro's trying to get Grodin from New York to California, but everybody's on their tail. Okay, the next page has, oh boy, this is a big show, but it looks like a different the new cast. So first they have Bright Lights, Big City with Kiefer Sutherland and Michael J. Fox. Definitely saw that. I've thought about rewatching it just to see that. Then not necessarily the news. Tom Parks and Annabelle Gurwitch. So this is, Meryl Marco and Harry Shearer. So that's like, I wonder if there's got to be not necessarily the news somewhere for streaming. Then Caddyshack 2, Jackie Mason and Chevy Chase. I definitely saw that a bunch of times. It was only on twice in August. Couple other movies, nothing jumping out at me. Then the dance-off between Nunn and Barkley. That was August 14th. A Willem Hurt movie with Kathleen Turner. I think that's a De Palma movie. So When You're Warm... In the Warm Weather, it was called. Then a Vanessa Redgrave movie about a secret ingredient. Offbeat comedy about a chocolate maker's secret, in quotes, ingredient. It was R. So maybe the secret was kisses. Whoa, Jerry Seinfeld stand-up special. That was probably, I don't know if Seinfeld was on the air yet. Okay, a lot of stuff's coming back here. Holy cow. Okay, this is HBO Family page. Babar. So they had Babar to duet or not to duet. The Missing Crown. Something surprising. Between Friends and School Days. And you could see Babar every Monday evening. HBO Family Playhouse. When we first met, modern day Romeo and Juliet. Encyclopedia, fun with words beginning S through W. So I don't know what that is. Children's Choices is a different episode of a different family series every weekday morning. Batteries Not Included, where a couple finds their place full of spaceships. Lady in White with Lucas Haas, and Overboard with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. That also got remade. Okay, holy moly. So they also had nature shows every Monday evening, Nature Watch, Charlotte's Web, Rocco Star, A Friend Indeed, The Last Roundup of the Elephants, Paddington Goes to School, From the Earth to the Moon, that's Jules Verne, Encyclopedia Brown, The Case of the Missing Time Capsule, 54 minutes. And, of course, the new adventures of Pippi Longstocking. There's a sweatshirt I wear somewhere, and people call me Pippi Longstocking for some reason. But I don't know. I mean, I definitely probably saw the Pippi Longstocking. It looks familiar. Then holy cow, big. The Kids in the Hall, weekly comedy series. Don't worry. They just want to pat you on the head. That was one of the bits. 4 new shows featuring daring sketches and inventive short films. I loved Kids in the Hall. Holy mackerel. 30 minutes. First one was on August 7th, 4th, 7th, and 9th, and 10th. The second one, 11th, 14th, 16th, and 17th. So I don't know what days. Obviously, I can't figure that out. And then Stand and Deliver. Lou Diamond Phillips, Edward James Olmos. Meet a teacher you won't forget. This is a comedy drama based on fact. PG-13. No, just PG. Sorry. Okay, what else we got? This is all listings. Let's just try a Saturday, so see what I could have watched. At 9 a.m., Superman 4. 1 o'clock. I don't think any of these I would have seen. Maybe Overboard at 3:30. 11:15 p.m. Oh, they had 9 p.m. on Saturday night was a Saturday night movie with the Hard to Find Batteries. Then Risky Business Saturday night. What about Friday night? Oh, Friday night, double feature Friday, Meatballs 2 and 3. Then The Kids in the Hall, then not necessarily the news. Well, let's check the other weekend nights out. That's interesting. The next Saturday night movie was Midnight Run and Stand and Deliver. Friday night double feature was some surprising autumnal films. What else we got? Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's double feature Friday. Meatballs Night 2 and 3. Nightlight Theater, that's autumnal films. Comic Capers. Midnight Run and Born in East L.A. That was a Cheech Marin only movie, no Tommy Chong. And then Action Pack, Hard to Find Batteries, and Bestseller. Okay, then they have an HBO original movie, Michael Murphy, Michael Moriarty, Tailspin, but not the Tailspin from HBO Afternoon. But, that, or whatever that's Disney Afternoon. Then another ad for Hard to Find Batteries. If you're ready for Knock Your Socks Off, you're ready for this movie. Bruce Willis plays McClane, no first name, but it's John McClane. Somebody tough in a skyscraper looking for batteries. So that's awesome. Promised Land. 4 high school graduates grappling with adulthood. Jason Gedrick, Kiefer Sutherland, Tracy Pollan. Looks like Meg Ryan as well. And Dancing When You're Muddy, Jennifer Grant Patrick, Swayze. What we got on the other weekends? Friday night, double feature. Okay, that was the Midnight Run one. Kids in the Hall's on midnights on Friday nights, 11 p.m. on Wednesdays. What do we got? Saturday. Oh, 3 o'clock high. I remember seeing that movie 1,000 times too. No wonder Saturday at 1. Bestseller. Don't remember that one. What else do we got here? Friday night, the 25th. That was in double feature Friday. That was Hard to Find Batteries. Saturday, Caddyshack and The Edge. And that's the end of the month with the things. They had a Consumer Reports special about, so Consumer Reports had a show on HBO. Clean and Sober with Kathy Baker and Michael Keaton. Been a while since I've seen this movie, but it's about redemption. Keaton deserves applause for his gutty performance. Daryl Pointer, real estate agent, needs some abstinence. Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I have to watch that sometime. What else we got? There's a show. Let's see. James Wood and Brian Dennehy are in bestseller. It's captivating, a thriller, a novelist who's burnt out, wants somebody to write a story. Short Circuit 2. Holy cow. I definitely saw this about 1,000 times too. His new human buddy, Ben, are in New York, and people try to trick number 5 into helping them do stuff they're not supposed to. The Edge. This is an anthology series. That also sounds like, we got Daytime. This is a pretty long one. So Daytime, I guess, is like classic films. We got another one with Brian Dennehy, Tommy Lee Jones, Martha Plimpton, John Wayne Western, Audrey Hepburn, Roman Holiday, Patsy Cline, like biopic with Jessica Lange and Ed Harris, Paul Reiser movie with Odd Jobs, Paul Newman and Henry Fonda, Fiddler on the Roof, that was August 6th, 14th, and 29th, the John Frankenheimer movie, another HBO movie, Robert Elliott Burns, Nadine, Kim Basinger and Jeff Bridges, and 3 O'Clock High. I remember that movie. Any other movies? HBO Late Night. They got a bunch of movies. Party Camp. I have to look some of these movies up, man. Holy cow. There's a movie about being alive. Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Bette Midler's Mondo Biondo. Meet the brassiest hosts in TV variety show history. Comic Relief 3, The Highlights Part 1. That's from 1989's Benefit for America's Homeless. Remember When, The Birds and the Bees. Look at how America's attitudes change. Uncensored Channels 2, TV Around the World with George Plimpton. Interesting stuff. Oh, here's a Robert Ludlum book made into a movie, The Holocaust Covenant. Okay, The Fourth Protocol. That also sounds like a Robert Ludlum movie. Lip Service. An ambitious young newsperson versus a fading pro. The Believers. Born in East L.A., Time Flies, and Coming Attractions. What's coming up on HBO? This show highlights it. And then in September, they had Dundee 2, Diana Ross, Crossing Delancey with Amy Irving, and a Pierce Brosnan movie. Oh, and Tom Hanks in Big. Interesting. Okay, let's go to another year. This one, this might have been the same year, just a month before. And this is definitely ones that, like, this is another year. This is definitely, like I said, I watched some of these movies and some of them I didn't. Fish Called Wanda, I definitely watched that one. And it's been a while since I watched it, so I'll have to rewatch that one. Then we have The Youthful Western with Charles Sheen, Harry the muddy guy who looks around for stuff. His last movie, I think. Kind of remember seeing the previews for this, but I never watched as a kid. Maybe at some point I kind of watched it in my life. Then we had Mike Tyson dancing off. Then another ad for that movie, The Young Western. Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, Charlie Sheen. And 19-year-old heads up a bunch of youth hired to help out. But then, Billy's got a little too much of an idea. It's fast-paced. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we got a list of everything on this month. Then that show, Tales in the Tent, Monday nights at 4. Oh, no, that's different. Monday night shows. Richard Donner, Walter Hill, Robert Zemeckis all made episodes of it. And that's on Wednesday night. Dig That Cat, and All Through the House and something else. And then the show Tales from the Tent would come out after another movie. So they said, yeah, if you like those kind of movies. Bobcat Goldthwait film, Hot to Trot, a frisky comedy about a talking horse inside a stock exchange. And they're also going to follow that up. July 9th would have been Bob Goldthwait night, also from Syracuse, incredibly nice person and funny person. Hot to Trot, and then Bob Goldthwait, Is He Like That All the Time? Comedy special. Then not necessarily the news, Tom Parks, Annabelle Gurwitch, Meryl Marco, Harry Shearer, Will Durst, Artie Rosen, all in not necessarily the news. Then Geist 3. I can't believe there's 3 of those, with Carol Ann in Chicago. Then a Harrison Ford movie. What happens when you move to a new city and you don't speak the language? I don't know. Find out. Next page has an ad for Wimbledon 89. This one has Steffi Graf on the cover. Then somebody, we're talking serious comedy here. HBO Comedy Hour, Rick Duco. Then Mike's Dance Off with Carl Williams, July 21st. What other stuff we got on? Oh, boy, look at this. Flash Dance with Jennifer Beals. Oh, what a feeling. Tracks with Shadow Stevens, Priscilla Barnes from Three's Company. An HBO sleeper sci-fi Pulse. Interesting. Margot Kidder in Keeping Track as a TV anchor person. School Days with Spike Lee. That was on July 19th, 23rd, and 28th. 2 hours exactly. Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Running Man. That was action adventure game show of the future. HBO World Stage Tina live from Rio. Tina Turner in the heat of a summer night in Rio. When Tina walks on the stage, she senses temperatures rising. Then The Great Outdoors with Dan Aykroyd and John Candy. Definitely saw this one. Holy cow, oh my. Brother-in-law who's making John Candy not enjoy himself. Nestled in a cozy cabin. Then Dan Aykroyd shows up and is not nice. Okay, what else we have? T1 with Arnold. That was out in July. Double feature Fridays. There was only 3 Fridays. They skipped Friday the 21st. We'll figure out why. Don't worry. We'll look into it. First Friday Night Light was a movie about somebody that got remade. HBO Fan Club, Arnold, 14th, T1 and The Running Man. Then the 28th, Fish Called Wanda and Risky Business. So Friday the 7th, that was that double feature. Saturday the 8th, Saturday night movie was HBO, A Fish Called Wanda. The 14th, double feature, that was the Arnold double feature. Saturday night, Baby Boom, Hot to Trot. Saturday Night Movie was that movie with Harry, Muddy Harry. Muddy Harry in pool time. Muddy Harry's dancing, and it's in San Francisco. Rock star, movie critic, talk show host, all want to dance with Muddy Harry, Liam Neeson, Patricia Clarkson. Then A Fish Called Wanda. John Cleese, Wanda, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Kline, and Michael Palin. Hook, line, and sinker for the zany, sexy, witty romp. Superb cast. They all get involved together. Kevin Kline won a 1988 Oscar for his performance. John Cleese, sure to be the catch of the month. Princess Bride, holy moly. Funny, enchanting treat for everyone. July 1, 9, 14, 18, 24, and 29. Risky Business. That was July 23rd, 28, and 31. Oh, we were trying to figure out what happened on that Friday, right, or Saturday. All right, yeah, here we go. Friday, July 21st. Yeah, that was a Mike Tyson dance-off, so that's why they didn't have a double feature Friday. Double feature Friday, yeah, you can say that. Then Saturday, I definitely watched this Saturday because it had a movie about fishing. Then that Uncensored Channels was on at 1:30 p.m. I wonder how uncensored it was. Saturday Night Movie. Kids in the Hall. Oh, wait, we got to go. Sorry, I jumped ahead. Friday the 28th. Fish Called Wanda, Risky Business. Saturday Night Movie there. Little Nikita. Okay, here we go. When we got the Kids in the Hall. This one, 5-person troupe of comedy, Subversives Turned Loose in the exclusive new series. Oh, so this was a premiere. It had to be, it couldn't have been maybe the season premiere? No, the new weekly comedy series. So was this the second time they'd been on, or was this the first time? I don't know. These are great questions. Then some HBO showcase movie about being around. Okay, then we get to daytime on HBO. Again, this does seem to be Paper Dolls with Daryl Hannah and Joan Collins. Mermaid Singing. Airport 1975. Cary Grant, Grace Kelly, and Thief movie. From Your Toys, Telephones Ring. Audrey Hepburn and My Fair Lady. Dom DeLuise and Susanna Plachette. Henry Fonda and Another Western. Let's see, Whitewater Summer. Holy cow, this is another movie. This was on July 4th, 8th, 17th, 23rd, 26th. And so I saw this movie a lot of times too. Can a spoiled, overprotected city kid, Sean Astin, maybe we just had him on tape, with Kevin Bacon, LA's Hottest Disco, Sesame Street, Follow That Bird. Where is Big Bird? Then a Tom Bosley mystery. Okay, then we had Baby Boom with Diane Keaton. Saw that one a lot, too. Big Business versus Babies. Sam Shepard. Then Sidney Poitier and Little Nikita. River Phoenix and Sidney Poitier. July 29th and 31st. Mr. North, Anthony Edwards. Nicholas Nickleby, animated Charles Dickens movie on the Dickens Festival. Then more of the HBO Encyclopedia. Nature Watch, Kangaroos, Mom's on Strike. Mary Kay Place stars as mom, and I remember that. Heartwarming comedy drama. Whale Mission. HBO Playhouse, Voyages of Sinbad, Wild Lyle Crocodile, the musical, Young Detectives on Wheels, Babar's First Step, City Ways, Babar Returns, City of Elephants, and Babar's Triumph. Then we got HBO Pictures Anthology, History of Tennis, Inquiry, Squeeze, Frisky Action Comedy with Michael Keaton, Big Easy with Dennis Quaid and Ellen Barkin, Chinatown with Jack Nicholson, for Keeps, Hooper, oh my gosh, Hooper, Burt Reynolds is a stunt person, and The King of Kong. And what else we got here? We got HBO at Night, Night Riders, Modern Day Nights, a one-of-kind movie about modern day nights starring Ed Harris. 11th Commandment, Midnight, Night Gum, then The George Plimpton Show, Paul Newman and Sally Field in a movie, Gregory Peck in a movie, William Holden, Date with an Angel starring Michael Knight from All My Children, Olivia Newton-John live in Australia, Have a Musical Good Time Down Under, Light of Day with Michael J. Fox, Whoopi Goldberg's Fontaine. Okay, I haven't seen that one. Jane and Lost City. James Wood plays a burnout photojournalist in this movie. Didn't he just play a burnout novelist? John Malkovich is a robot. A person falls in love with a robot, Making Mr. Right. A comedy special with Joy Behar, Susie Essman, Carla Fischla, and Diane Ford. And then a drama about dancing. Fish Friend comes back. Kramer versus Kramer. HBO and the Power of Cable coming in August, which we just covered. So they have every preview for that. Let's just see. Let's go to an older one. This is June of 89. Was that what we were just in? Guess we might as well just go to June of 89, huh? June of 89 had on the cover Willow, Tales from the Tent, The Presidio, and Traveling Man. Then ad from Tales from the Tent. Let's see if they have anybody. Nothing listed. It's Wednesday nights. Oh boy, a couple of big ones here. Arthur 2 on the Rocks. That's with Arthur and with Dudley Moore and Liza Minnelli on the Rocks. I don't think I understood that movie, but yeah, that came out. Then we had Pee Wee Herman. Here Comes Pee Wee. Everything's Neato. Oh, this is a Pee Wee show. Oh, Big Top Pee Wee. Okay, Big Top Pee Wee. It's a movie. I don't remember that one. The circus camps out on Pee Wee's property. It was an hour and 25 minutes. Not necessarily the news. Getting ready to talk about Dan Quayle. Richard Pryor and Randy Quaid in a movie about moving across the country. Zany farce. What do we got? Academy 4 on Patrol. Academy 5 on Miami Beach. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Kids in the Hall Special Edition. These 5 Canadians bring their comedy into the 90s. Whoopi Goldberg in another movie where she's Rita Rizzoli. The Underachievers. Neil Diamond's Greatest Hits Alive. Okay, what else do we have down here? Charles Dickens' Pickwick Papers and Les Mis. Seabird, that's about some sort of sea animal. Bobar, The Show Must Go On, To Duet or Not to Duet, The Missing Crown. And I got to check these Charles Dickens animated films out. An hour and 25 minutes. I'll catch up on all of them. Let's see, we got Wilder Summer, People, Edge of Town, Harbor, Madeline the Musical. It's only 29 minutes. Nature, Encyclopedia, La Bamba, Lou Diamond Phillips. That was a movie I saw 1,000 times. It Takes Two. I don't have any of the stars listed, so I don't know what movie that was. Laurie Singer, Christopher Penn, Made in the USA. 3 up-and-coming chase thrills. Martin Short Goes Hollywood, HBO Comedy Hour. We're talking serious comedy here. It's Comedy Hour debut of Martin Short. Long on laughs as he reveals his lifetime love affair with the glory and glamour of Tinseltown. 8 of his most bizarre characters. Ed Grimley, Jackie Rogers Jr., Martin, with guest Catherine O'Hara. What else we have? Let's check the weekends, right? Am I right? Okay, we got Friday, June 2nd. Oh, not necessarily the news was on at 3:30 on Fridays. That's why. Double feature Friday was the Academy 4 and 5. June 3rd, Saturday night movie was Arthur 2 on the Rocks. What else we have here? Pee-wee's Big Top Pee-wee, it's called actually, Scoots. Oh, thanks. What else? So here's the double feature Fridays. Academy 4 and 5. Virginia Madsen, HBO fan club. Comic Capers. Pee-wee Herman fan club. And then Action, Presidio and some other movie. Willow's on Friday, June 9th at 5:45 p.m. That double feature Friday's not even list. Oh, it's the Virginia Madsen Fridays. Okay. That's Saturday. Moving was the Saturday night movie. What's like on at noon? Oh, Martin Short Comedy Hour was on at 2 p.m. Saturday, June 10th, so I may have seen that. Just trying to figure out, after I watch cartoons, Like Father, Like Son, Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron. I remember this one. It was like kind of like a Friday where they change perspectives. What else we got? Arthur 2, 11:30 a.m. on a Sunday. Cirque du Soleil, Magic Circus. They definitely saw that. Saturday, 1:30. What else we have here? Interesting. I'd like to recreate one of these schedules for my own personal thing. The Presidio with Mark Harmon and Sean Connery. That's like where they're both looking into something. Willow. The best movies are on HBO. Willow, fantasy and romance and venture, directed by Ron Howard. Willow, simple farmer and would-be sorcerer, finds and helps out somebody in need. Oh, I just lost my page. Willow's attempt to return the girl he's helping involves him and Mad Mardigan, and they have to deal with Jane Marsh. Okay. Then Mondays, June 19th, these are movies like autumnal ones. Saturday, June 17th, Saturday night movie was Presidio. But All the President's Men is on at noon on Saturday. Where does that leave me as a kid? Sunday, maybe I watched those movies. What about the Friday night? Oh, this HBO Comedy Hour, Martin Short, 6 p.m. Okay, No Way Out, Kevin Costner, Sean Young. I'm pretty sure this is like a really good twist movie. Like, if you're going to watch it, Gene Hackman's also in it. Pretty sure this is one of those movies that's like, where if you watch the whole thing, you're like, holy cow. You can only watch it once, I guess, in like 20 years, because I don't remember. And maybe it was remade, but pretty sure that's one of those good movies with like a big surprise at the end. So don't look it up. What else we have here? Friday night, June 3rd. Not necessarily the news, was on at 1:30 p.m. and 12:30 a.m. Pee-wee, that was a Pee-wee double feature. Saturday, June 24th. Arthur 2's on again in the middle of the day. Saturday night movie was at something. Okay, what else do we have here? Friday, June 30th, Wimbledon in '89 started. So I would have watched that with my grandma. And then we had a HBO movie with John Lithgow and Jonathan Silverman about selling stuff. Hard work and hype made him a success. And a smart kid is about to make him happy. Wimbledon '89, comprehensive same-day watch weekday coverage. So that's exciting. Steffi Graf and somebody else, I can't tell who it is. Even when I zoom on it, I don't know who it is. I'm sorry. We got a Michael Caine movie, Ed Harris movie, Midnight Crossing with Faye Dunaway. What else? Anything? Golden Age of Sport. Another Whoopi Goldberg. Is that the same one? No. This is another one. This one I like. I think this was one. Whoopi Goldberg's in one with Bobcat Goldthwait. I don't know if this is the one, but it's a comedy caper in San Francisco. Then we got Daytime, The Natural, Little Gloria with Gloria Vanderbilt. Oh, no, about Gloria Vanderbilt with Betty Davis and Angela Lansbury. Navarone, One of Our Own, George Papard, James Garner and Lou Gossett play some people, All the President's Men, Redford and Hoffman. I mean, I know it's a great movie, but when I was a kid, I didn't have any urge to see it, you know. Paul Newman about race driving, Timothy Hutton in a movie, Turk 182. I think that movie was really popular or something. I don't think I ever saw it. Or maybe it was about a book. I can't remember. Okay, Fast Forward, Long Game, High Tide, Carly in Concert, Coming Around Again, Carly Simon, Martha's Vineyard. And a John Cusack movie I saw about 1,000 times that we did for a subscriber summer. Movie about summer camp, Dragnet with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd. What else we got? Another HBO movie with Treat Williams and Virginia Madsen. I remember seeing these movies. John Candy hosts the Montreal International Comedy Festival. That's a pretty big deal. And we got a couple nighttime movies, Goldie Hawn movie, Eric Stoltz in a Sister movie, John Ritter and James Belushi in a movie, Shirley MacLaine and Deborah Winger and Jack Nicholson, Terms of Endearment, Send Me a Kiss from Sally Field, the Canoe movie, Coming Attractions, HBO in July. Another movie, let's see. C. Thomas Howell's in a movie. Sunset, it's another Western, Crystal. And yeah, that's it. So that's it for now. Yeah, I'll try to do a few more of these for subscriber summer, but yeah, thanks for joining me, everybody. That's pretty good to get to look at everything going back on good night. And this is Scoots. This is normally where I do the thanks, and good night, but we're going to be changing up how we do that in a little bit. So the next few episodes, some are going to have thank yous at the end and some are not. But I just want to thank all of you that are listening to the show, and we'll have something similar here at the end of future episodes. But, we're always working and figuring out what little changes we can make to keep the show going. And it really is based on you, and it doesn't have to be a financial way to support the show. Like I say in a lot of these messages, it's huge to spread the word about the podcast. That's a gigantic value, taking action to do that. You could get rewarded on our referral program. Sign up, it's free. You refer people to free podcasts. I just sent messages out to 2 people that earned 3 free months ad-free story-only episodes. But you can do that. Sleep with me at podcast.com/refer, or you could just refer people to podcasts in general. Just talk about podcasts and show people how to use a podcast app and what do you like about podcasts. That'll help Sleep with me indirectly and all the other people that work so hard making podcasts out there. So thanks. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots, just running through people who support the show, not just for themselves, but for you, anybody that chooses not to support the show or just isn't in a place where they can support the show. But if you're wondering when you support, if you've been putting it off or you're on the fence or you're meaning to do it, remember, like these listeners I'm reading through, when you support the show for yourself, you get a lot, something designed, particularly if you listen all night long, you fall asleep fast, you listen multiple nights a week, you have favorite episodes. You're going to get the best listening experience on Sleep With Me Plus because all the podcasts on Sleep With Me Plus are designed with people like you in mind and how you like to listen to the show. And that's what we built Sleep With Me Plus for super listeners, for people that have an opinion about the show and have a certain listening style. But then you also get peace of mind. If you do count on the podcast, you don't think you could replace it with something else. You know it's going to be there. And on top of all that, you're a part of something way bigger than me, way bigger than you, that has a positive impact. The reality is thousands of people's lives for each supporter. And so I'm going to read through these ones. The first one is from Rosie, who was one of the rare listeners who loved the show from the first time they listened, became a supporter after that first listen. Why? It entertained me, distracted me, and helped me relax enough to fall asleep. Still supporting the show. I never felt any obstacle to supporting the show. I started supporting it. I support other sleep podcasts, and I always return to Sleep With Me. And it feels great. I want the show to never end, so I'm happy to support it. Good sleep is priceless. I love the humor and wisdom, compassion, normalizing of brain bots. And my favorite is all intros that Boar Besties and Boar Friends get a feed full of all intros that come out twice a month in addition to the all intros we regularly put out. And I feel like you do a great job at communicating, connecting people with the support team for tech help. And I have a memory of an intro involving walking on peaches, but I never heard it again. Well, thanks, Rosie, for supporting the show. Next up is Sherry. I started listening to the show after reading an article in a magazine in 2015. And I started listening to the free show, but my use was sporadic, which is kind of a normal way to listen. And I had a big uneaten, not easy life event. And I knew I would need much more support in all caps and would listen all night long as I went through this. Scoots was the best boar friend I could ask for. I knew I needed to support something that was supporting me so much. And my biggest obstacle was cost when I didn't support the show. Even then, absolutely everything I wanted to support the show. But at the time, cost stopped me. But I feel great now being able to make a difference, not just in my own life, but in the lives of others, including everyone who works to bring the show to people listening, and that made me feel great. My favorite thing about this podcast is how easily it sends me off to sleep and helps me, keeps me asleep. Allows my brain a break from all this overwhelming stuff I'm dealing with. so I can go through that process and get a good night's sleep and resume processing things during the day. And I do have everything set up. My favorite is the regular ad-free episodes. I also enjoyed the readings of Frankie and Victor. Victoria, I was thinking of Victoria. She's on the ride in Universal. Sorry, tangent there. And I think you're doing a great job of communicating. The first time I listened to the podcast, I fell asleep. I adore Scoots and everything related to the show. Thanks. And last, we're going to run through Ruth. Hey, Ruth. I'm an Italian woman and having a kind and funny boyfriend in the deep dark nights. When it happens, I'm awake is invaluable. I'm over 50. I've always suffered from insomnia since I was a child. No one was ever there with me until Scoots arrived. He makes the night less deep and dark, less lonely. He makes me smile. He's adorably goofy, and that's what I like the most, and makes him different and standing out. The tone, continuous talking. This is great for falling asleep. Besides this, a humble and kind, nice, a real loving attitude towards human beings. I feel like he deserves my gratitude and my support. I understand Scoots involves a lot of time and energy into planning and effort to produce this wonderful podcast, and I want to give something in return for this. I will always be grateful to our common boar bestie for his support to us during our sleepless nights. Thank you, dear Scoots, and I want you to be able to be here for a long time, ready to come and rescue me on those hard but no more lonely nights. And I'm still currently supporting the show, even though I don't listen to it as much nowadays. I don't want it to stop. It reassures me to know that Scoots is there in case of need. And I feel like I'm recognizing the value Scoots provides by supporting the show. My favorite thing is that Scooter makes me smile, and his voice is smooth and grateful in a super calming tone. And it sounds like Ruth doesn't even listen to the Sleep With Me Plus content, but if you do, you could set it up. So thanks to everybody that supports the show, Sherry, Ruth, and Rosie in this case. If you relate to any of that, there are other ways to support the show. You could spread the word about the podcast and be surprised by Scoots. You could spread the word about something else that's important in your life other than Sleep With Me. You could support the show directly, because when you do, if you're a super listener, you get the best possible listening experience, but you also you're a part of something bigger. I think I already said it. But those are huge way. Letting people know about the show is a huge way. And yeah, if you want to be surprised by Scoots, tag me or send me an email. Maybe you'll get a free, if you can't afford to support the show, reach out, spread the word. And if for some reason you just can't support the show, like financially, or you just can't do it. You can't spread the word about it. I know there are people out there. You just say, I can't do either one of those. Or I think there's more people who say, I'm not going to do either one of those. We do have a scholarship program, too. So you could email me through the contact form on our website, share with me, and I can try to, and we have listeners willing to support the show. But the reality is, if you're listening to this and you support the show for yourself, you're already supporting it for other people. So, when you sign up, let me know, and I'll make sure that when I hear from the people that aren't in a place, whatever the place is, where they can support the show financially, or I'm not comfortable supporting this show by spreading the word either. I'll make sure your support goes to one of those people. So you're supporting it for you and a lot of other people too. Thanks, and good night. Oh, by the way, you could always, the best way to support the show's on Sleep With Me Plus. That's at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. I can't believe I forgot that. Thanks.